There's a strange tension in the air in Los Angeles right now. A kind of uncertainty that's creeping into every corner of Lakers Nation. Because just a few weeks ago, everything felt like it was aligning. The stars were bright, the future looked golden, and the idea of Luka Doncic suiting up in purple and gold long-term? That felt like destiny. But something's shifted. Whispers have turned into questions. And questions have become genuine concerns. So what's really going on behind the scenes with the Lakers, and why are we suddenly talking about Luka's future like it's no longer a sure thing? Stick around, because in this video we're diving deep into the emotional highs and lows of what could be a franchise-defining moment. From roster decisions that are raising eyebrows to internal politics that might just be pushing away a generational talent, we're breaking it all down. And if you're a Lakers fan who lives for this team, or just an NBA fan following the drama, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. Let's get into it. It all started with optimism. The kind of unwavering belief you only get when history, money, and superstardom align. For weeks, analysts were calling it a near certainty. Luka Doncic, arguably the most complete offensive force in basketball today, was seen as a 95% lock to extend his future in Los Angeles. And who could blame him? The Lakers are the ultimate destination. A historic franchise with deep pockets, global appeal, and now, one of the richest ownership groups in the league. But beyond the business, there was something more. Something personal. LA isn't just bright lights and championship banners. It's coastal breeze. It's international flavor. For a player like Luka, who's carved his identity across continents, LA offers something rare: comfort. A large Slovenian community, a thriving European culture, and proximity to home in a way that doesn't feel isolating. He wasn't just playing in LA. He was settling in. Building something. And Lakers fans were ready to believe. Then came the cracks. At first, they were small. A questionable trade here. A few odd comments there. But the moment the front office decided to part ways with Dorian Finney-Smith, Luka's trusted teammate and close friend, it all got real. Trading DFS for Jake LaRavia wasn't just a downgrade on the court, it was a disruption of trust. Luka is a student of the game. He sees everything. He understands the locker room matters. Chemistry matters. Loyalty matters. And what followed made things worse. The leaks. The rumors. Stories surfacing that the Lakers were ready to move on from LeBron James. Publicly, the franchise stayed quiet. Privately, the message was loud and clear. Disrespect. To a man who resurrected the Lakers from irrelevance. To the legend who brought a title back to LA in the bubble. And, importantly, to the player who helped bring Luka here in the first place. If LeBron can be cast aside with that little grace, what does that say about the rest? Luka noticed. Everyone did. The once certain 95% optimism that he'd re-sign quietly slipped to 75%. Still high, but no longer a lock. Because Luka's not some naive kid dazzled by Hollywood lights. He's thoughtful. Strategic. And above all, he wants to win in an environment that values people, not just pieces. But here's the twist, he still wants to be in LA. Despite everything, the city still calls to him. The lifestyle. The weather. The fan base. And let's not kid ourselves, the market power. No other franchise gives him a bigger platform to build a legacy, to chase greatness, to etch his name beside Magic, Kobe, and LeBron. Luka knows this. Which is why, despite all the friction, the odds still favor LA. But the Lakers cannot afford to take that for granted. Because the clock is ticking. Technically, Luka can't put pen to paper until August 2nd. And with Eurobasket commitments on his calendar, any final decision could be delayed until deep into the offseason. That buys LA time, but also risk. Because every day that passes without clarity invites more noise. More rumors. More whispers from rival front offices and ambitious agents. And the truth is, there are alternatives. Most teams around the league are strapped for cap space heading into next summer. Contenders like the Celtics, Bucks, or Suns simply don't have the financial room. Even Brooklyn, once considered a dark horse, feels unlikely at this point. But there's one team, just one, that should keep the Lakers awake at night. San Antonio. Yes, the Spurs. Quiet. Calculated. Patient. And absolutely terrifying. Because unlike most teams, they can create cap space. And unlike most rebuilding squads, they already have Victor Wembanyama. A future MVP. A once-in-a-generation unicorn. And the thought of Luka and Wemby sharing the court. That's not just exciting. That's dynastic. Popovich. Luka. Wemby. It's the kind of trio that could define the next decade of basketball. And if you think that's just fantasy, think again. San Antonio has already been making subtle moves. Preparing. Positioning. Playing the long game. If Luka ever feels truly unwanted in LA, they'll be ready. The Lakers need to understand, loyalty has to be earned. Meanwhile, Denver was briefly mentioned in fan circles as a dream pairing, Luka and Jokic, the two European titans side by side. But it just doesn't work. Both are heliocentric players. Both need the ball. It's a beautiful idea on paper, but a mess in practice. They cancel each other out more than elevate. Denver isn't the real threat. But San Antonio is. So where does that leave the Lakers? It leaves them in a precarious but salvageable position. They still have the edge. They still have the spotlight, the culture, the city, and a still elite LeBron, if they choose to respect him. They still have Anthony Davis, one of the league's most versatile bigs. And yes, they still have the loyalty of a fan base that would welcome Luka with open arms. But that's not enough anymore. In today's NBA, players want more than just history. They want vision. They want to feel secure. They want to feel heard. Luka's not walking for money. He's not chasing palm trees. He's searching for a franchise that doesn't just want him, but truly builds with him. This moment, right now, is a test for the Lakers front office. Will they correct course? Will they show loyalty to their legends and respect to their stars? Or will they gamble everything on blind confidence that their legacy sells itself? Because Luka might love LA. But he doesn't owe LA. And just like that, the dream that felt inevitable is hanging by a thread. Still alive. Still within reach. But fragile. Very fragile. Meanwhile, a quick detour. Because not all greatness is found on the hardwood. Over in the world of tennis, Carlos Alcaraz took a tough loss at Wimbledon. A blow, yes, but hardly the end. This kid has GOAT potential. The kind of fire, flair, and fearlessness that reminds you of Federer and Nadal. And while Jannik Sinner is rising fast and deserves his praise, let's be real, this isn't shaping up to be that kind of rivalry. Sinner might be elite, maybe even Agassi tier. But Alcaraz is something else. Something rarer. The kind of rare that Luka Doncic is on a basketball court. So as we return to the hardwood, the message becomes clear. The Lakers can still write the next chapter of their greatness with Luka at the center. But only if they make the right choices. Only if they honor their past and invest in their future, wisely, carefully, and with humility. Because this offseason isn't just about trades or cap space. It's about trust. And once that's gone, even LA isn't safe. Let me know in the comments, do you still believe Luka will re-sign with the Lakers? Or are the cracks starting to run too deep? And what would you do if you were running the Lakers front office right now? Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. We'll be watching every move. Because this story, it's far from over. Here's a crucial insight for you. Diving into financial education can significantly elevate your quality of life. In the realm of finance, take the time to explore bonds and stocks, with a special emphasis on real estate investment trusts, REITs. These investments have the potential to generate passive income. Approach this journey with diligence and opt for reputable investment brokerages globally. By doing so, you'll be laying a solid foundation for a more secure and prosperous future.